Cardiovascular disease, the #1 killer in America. Cardiovascular disease, also known as CVD, attributes to 800,000 deaths annually and almost 18 million globally. Causes of CVD may be the fats that you eat, your nutritional genomics, and/or stress. There are 4 types of fatty acids, each with different effects on heart health: saturated fats, monounsaturated fats, polyunsaturated fats, and trans fats. Saturated fats contain a chain of single bonds, while monounsaturated fats have one double bond. Polyunsaturated fats have multiple double bonds, and trans fats are artificial fats with hydrogens on opposite sides of the double bond. Saturated and monounsaturated fats affect cholesterol by producing different lipoproteins. Saturated fats produce low-density lipoprotein, LDL, or lethal cholesterol, which oxidizes in the body, leading to arterial buildup, narrowing, also known as atherosclerosis. LDL also increases inflammation, raising free radical production. Animal products like red meat, butter, and cheese increase LDL, raising heart disease risk. In contrast, monounsaturated fats produce high-density lipoprotein, HDL, the healthy cholesterol, which helps remove LDL from arteries. HDL is also an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, promoting heart health. To increase HDL, avoid trans fats that are in processed foods, as they raise LDL and lower HDL. Also, consuming resveratrol, found in purple fruits, decreases inflammation and boosts HDL. Regular exercise also raises HDL while lowering LDL. Additionally, niacin, vitamin B3, found in nuts, whole grains, legumes, and mushrooms, enhances HDL production. Polyunsaturated fatty acids include omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-3, composed of EPA and DHA, is heart-healthy, reducing blood clotting and inflammation, and boosting HDL. The best sources are ocean-raised fish. Omega-6, the fatty acid of which arachidonic acid is derived from, increases blood clotting and inflammation. Both omega-3 and omega-6 are essential, ideally in a 1:1 to 1:1 ratio 4 ratio. However, an imbalance, often caused by excess omega-6 from seed oils, can increase cardiovascular disease risk. Nutritional genomics is the study of how nutrients interact with our genes to affect our health. It's important to understand the difference between nutrigenomics, which looks at how diet directly affects gene expression, and nutrigenetics, which examines how genetic variations influence nutrient metabolism. This field helps us understand various factors like disease susceptibility, metabolic pathways, and the complex interactions between genes and nutrients. The nutrient-gene pathway shows how the metabolism of the nutrients we consume can alter gene expression, which can either promote health or contribute to disease. Additionally, nutrients can influence signal transduction pathways that also affect gene expression. Recent research into nuclear receptors highlights the role of dietary compounds, such as those found in fruits and vegetables, in regulating these nutrient-gene interactions and promoting health. Cardiovascular disease is closely linked to certain gene variations. For instance, the FADS gene plays a role in metabolizing omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, with variations leading to increased inflammation and a higher risk of cardiovascular issues. The APOA5 gene regulates LDL cholesterol, and genetic differences can result in higher cholesterol levels, further increasing cardiovascular risk. The MTHFR gene, which processes folate, can also affect cardiovascular health. Genetic variants that impair folate processing can raise homocysteine levels, contributing to cardiovascular disease. Single nucleotide polymorphisms, SNPs, affect nutrient absorption and gene expression, impacting cardiovascular health through epigenetic modifications like methylation. These modifications influence lipid metabolism and protein functions, which can heighten disease risk. To improve cardiovascular health, early nutrition education for adolescents is crucial, promoting healthy eating habits from a young age. Supporting expecting mothers with limited access to nutritious food can also have transgenerational health benefits. Additionally, increasing access to healthy food, especially in areas experiencing food insecurity, can help improve public health. A balanced diet rich in folate, omega-3 fatty acids, and complex carbohydrates is essential for maintaining cardiovascular health. Stress is an essential part of human life and can be categorized as acute or chronic. Hans Selye's general adaptation syndrome describes the body's response to stress in 3 stages: alarm, resistance, and exhaustion. The alarm stage involves the acute fight-or-flight response. Resistance occurs when stress persists, leading to the body's adaptation. Exhaustion follows prolonged stress, where the body becomes depleted and vulnerable. Chronic stress significantly contributes to cardiovascular disease, CVD, with cortisol, a steroid hormone released via the hypothalamus-pituitary-adrenal (HPA) axis, playing a central role. The HPA axis begins with the hypothalamus releasing corticotropin-releasing hormone, CRH, which stimulates the anterior pituitary to release adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH, prompting the adrenal glands to secrete cortisol. While cortisol helps manage short-term stress, Prolonged elevation has lasting effects, including increased gluconeogenesis, blood sugar, blood pressure, and inflammation, as well as immune suppression and disrupted sleep. Cortisol's long-term impact links directly to CVD risk factors like hypertension, diabetes mellitus, and obesity. Chronic cortisol elevation causes persistent vasoconstriction and heart rate spikes, leading to hypertension. It promotes insulin resistance and gluconeogenesis, resulting in high blood sugar, which can overwhelm the body and lead to type 2 diabetes. Insulin resistance also encourages sugar to be stored as fat, while the liver compensates by storing glucose as visceral fat. Excess visceral fat disrupts bodily functions and releases harmful toxins. To mitigate chronic stress, adopting a nutrient-rich diet can counteract its effects. Emphasize complex carbohydrates, proteins, antioxidants, and omega-3s while avoiding fatty foods to reduce energy depletion, oxidative stress, and inflammation. Incorporating stress-reducing activities like yoga, low-intensity exercise, and meditation can further support well-being. By combining healthy nutrition and mindful practices, we can combat stress and its impact on our health.